Why is it so fucking loud? A nice Chianti beans. Ooh. Look at this. This could be our civilians give money to. Oh, look at it. 99 is going to be a massive asshole. Look at this. This isn't look very good. Let's play.
To both, and I guess I don't really know fully where I stand.
Yeah, I guess another argument for keeping porn legal as well is bodily autonomy and freedom and not wanting to encroach on that. That's definitely a strong argument for me in as far as not banning porn. I'm the same as you. I don't know where I sit. I'm sure there are loads of compelling arguments from both sides.
Maybe Indians though. The music is mental. Oh, this is fucked in the head.
I think
This.
that's definitely true. I think it gets into a kind of shady area when we start to talk about what adults can and can't do. It's kind of the same conversation when I talk about kinks and I say, you know, people shouldn't be doing age play, and people say, why can't I do age play? I'm a fully grown adult, and I'm like,
No, Kay says you can't do age play, but you can't. You can do There's another one where she said like you're allowed to do age regression. So you're allowed to Kay in Kay's brain. She's allowed to do age regression. You're not allowed to do like actual. You can't do like age play. How do I get out? Oh fuck it. Take this, you fucking helicopter. Would you go watch? Would you go watch OnlyFans movie? He walks like a shit himself. Fuck you, you fat little whore. Giant fat whore.
Mission completed.
I said
argue with that other than, well, it's wrong. And yeah, I think it gets down to the kind of conversation again though about choice feminism and a lot of people being like, well, I have the choice to do it, therefore it can't be a bad thing. A lot of people's kind of argument a lot of the time for doing porn and for doing OnlyFans is that it's definitely feminist because I have the choice to do so, which obviously is ridiculous because just because you choose to do something, I choose to wake up every day and do my makeup, and I know that inherently, like, why am I doing my makeup? Because I want to look better, and makeup is kind of pushed on women to make you more attractive, and I know that that's a massive kind of thing that has kind of been bred from the male gaze, and I always sit there and I know that, like, I'm quite a hypocrite because I conform to
I'm always a
loads of
hypocrite.
different things that technically go against a lot of my worldview, but I think, yeah, I went on a massive tangent there, but
That was awkward, wasn't it, Kay? That is very awkward, isn't it? It's like Kay like understands her and like her own foibles, and she's just like admitted that she's a hypocrite, and she just doesn't have an answer for it. And that's what they do. Is that's what she's like. I'm just a massive hypocrite. She doesn't realise like she's the. She basically just admitted like a massive flaw and like her issue, like her. Which is true. It's like she does with her makeup for the male gaze. That's why I always comment on it when she does it. That's why you just can't listen to women, because they just say one thing and they do another. And it's like they're too stupid, and that's the word I'm going to use to just be able to like understand that. You know, to give you an example, it's like, okay, it's just like for example, when I say I'm vegan, I am vegan. You're never going to catch me in a scenario where you're going to accidentally see me like eating like a fucking cheese pizza, or fucking like a proper like dairy cheese pizza, or anytime you want, you can ask me like what I had for dinner, and I'll just be able to give you an answer, and it'll be 100% vegan. So even today, like, what did I eat for dinner? So I had like vegan chicken. If you were before, you're gonna be like, wow, how did you know it's vegan? I can show you the box it came from. So it's vegan chicken like burger. I had that with like tater tots, which is just potato. and mushrooms that I just fried. So that's all vegan. At lunch, I had avocado on toast. All vegan. The night before that, I had noodles, but I used vegan mint. I've just been having avocado on toast every single week. And before you say, like, ow, say, obviously you're pushing the boat out. No, it's because, like, I bought a huge bag. I went into the greengrocers and they just had, like, a bag with it probably had about 8 avocados in it for 99p. So that's, like, it's less than 10 pence per avocado. It's like about 10 pence per avocado. 11, 12 pence per avocado. It's absolute bargain. So I thought, fucking get it. And they were really soft, but that actually was good because it was just perfect to make. Like, it would have been perfect to make guacamole or do what I did. I was just like, I love avocado on toast, but I just seldom have it because avocado is usually like. Well, if you can get them on like an offer. Sorry, I'd say like normally RRP, if you were going out and buying them, there'd be like probably looking at like 70 to 80p for an avocado. Probably like that's like the going price. I normally only buy them if I know they're on offer. Same with things like asparagus and like the really expensive sort of like shiitake mushrooms or the oyster ones or the lion's mane. I normally will only buy those if I know they're on like offer. They're not that expensive though. Like shiitake mushrooms, you get I think it's like 100 grams for like £2. Like if you if that was like weed, that would be. That's just like how I think weed is just the biggest scam in the world. I think in reality they could easily make weed for like next to nothing because it is just a fucking plant, but they're just charging you stupid money for it. If they wanted to, they could easily charge you just like nothing. In like fucking India, they just grows. Weed just grows like wild. And here they charge you like loads of money for it. It's the biggest like thing ever. It's just going up, isn't it? But I'm allowed to have it because I need to retard my brain. I know what people shouldn't smoke weed or just do drugs or alcohol. Like people, like black people, should really use it. So again, they're the ones that ruin it. Drinking did used to be like more like cultural and a bit more like fun because it was like reserved for like the higher class. Because the people who were stupid, it was just like they didn't really need to drink. They could use bread and circuses. Yeah, what's she gonna say?
What are some of the things that you think you do that are hypocrite?
Oh, there's quite a few, to be honest. I think like I talk a lot about feminism, and I always say you're not a feminist if you're very much pro porn, and I do stand by that, to be honest, because I think you can't go by feminist beliefs but also stand by an industry that is exploitative and degrading and objectifying women. But then I'm also like, I wake up every day and I do my makeup and I know...
Women are like so cool, man. Why is women... Kay's hair like this all the time? Does Kay deserve the money? Because Katie knows that if I had the money she had, I'd probably just go and have another family, and I would. And that's what the Jews don't want. They don't want me to have more kids. They want Katie to have that money. This is why they want Katie to like make loads of money like doing this, because it's like easy as fuck. Which is like the reason my granddad like died in the war, great granddad died in the war. It's because he wanted to give me a good future. He didn't really want to give Katie a good future. He wanted to give me a good future. He died. Katie just stayed in their home and just like made the fucking bullets and stuff. Why does she deserve to go on holiday and get like suck off like some Indian dude or some black dude? Because he's got money. Exactly. This is. I'm gonna have to use the dark path. So you're not drinking a lot of that. And she's probably on holiday. She's probably gone to like Tenerife or like I don't know. She's probably going to like Benidorm or something. With her black boyfriend. No offense, I'm not like blown away with this guy. Oh, this level just looks absolutely fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure, and back in the 1990s, and it was like again. When this only had come out, fine, yeah, I'd have the time for this. I just can't be bothered. Look at it.
You know, makeup was pushed on heavily on women. I mean, why men usually don't wear makeup? So, and like things like shaving, I'm always like, oh, I always think about how people kind of shave and this argument about, well, why are you shaving? Like, who are you doing that for? And I shave, so then I'm like, well, I'm also a hypocrite in that sense because I do that. I wear makeup. I think the issue that I get when it comes down to these like nitty gritty things is the argument that people always say to me that I'm a hypocrite because of the things that I post on Instagram. They'll watch a YouTube video of me being like, fuck porn, I hate it, it's disgusting, it's gross. They'll come over to my Instagram and they'll be like, why is your skin showing? Why are you dressed like that? Or like, oh, you're against porn but you post bikini pictures.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? And that, I mean, that I always have a good argument for. It's like, I'm against porn, I'm not against sexuality, I'm not against women, you know, showing skin, I'm not a prude.
No, but like, sorry, they don't get it though, because she still is, because it's like you still are. It's not integrity, Katie, it's not, what I'm trying to say is just, what you just doing that doesn't increase or improve society in any way. We're not going forwards. This, okay, this. So, that was Fatal Labyrinth.
Sometimes people get confused, but I definitely do have hypocritical beliefs. Sometimes, like, someone will comment something and I'm like, God damn it, I don't even have a rebuttal for that. So like, I'm aware that sometimes my arguments can be definitely fired back onto me, and sometimes, like, my logic is not always perfect. But yeah.
What do you think to this whole rise in different kinks sexually? Do you think that porn opens you up to kinks that you would have had anyway?
Porn. Okay, his whole outfit is porn. That's all that's it. It's so funny, isn't it? Like, oh, okay. I think I played this microphone. I think I played this microphone. sticky carp. I think I played this one.
Or do you think it actually imposes new kinks onto you that you would have never otherwise explored?
I think it imposes new kinks. I memean, I think there's an element of society that would have naturally discovered things. People always get into this conversation about stuff like, you know, because the kink community is a very tight-knit community, and I always get scared to say anything because they're always on like, it's like, oh, kink shaming in 2020, yeah, kink shaming in 2025. There are certain things that if you put out into the world and you say that your kink is age play or pet play or whatever, like, I'm going to shame you. If you're telling me about it, you're getting shamed. But I think kinks would kind of naturally have progressed, but I think porn has definitely kind of fed the kink world and definitely created some new ones. I mean, the biggest thing for me that I see...
That's alright. I think I definitely played this one, by the way. What is this? How do I? Oh.
is people like pissing, in people, and I just sexual intercourse, like, yeah.
What is Kay thinking
let's,
of Kay's
like,
now?
piss on each other. I think a lot of it is definitely fed from porn, because I think some things it's just like that. There's no way that society would have naturally come to that
They
conclusion.
didn't have a mini Berghain in the cave back in
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
3 layers of showers.
yeah. So I think that I
Black
definitely
people
agree
do.
that people would kind of progress
Cases,
their
black people.
sexual interests naturally without porn, but I don't think it would go to such a terrifying kind of direction that it does now.
How do you see AI impacting this pornified culture?
I think AI is one of those things that we all knew was going to be detrimental to the sex work stuff. I mean, when it comes to the beginnings of it, I remember last year seeing people take content creators' videos, like TikTokers' videos, AI generate the face to be somebody that has a disability. It sounds crazy, but I did a video on these people that were taking TikTokers' videos, editing their faces to make them look like they had like Down syndrome, and then sell OnlyFans content by using captions being like, am I sexy for a girl with a disability and stuff like that. And I remember being like, first of all, that's like crazy fucked up for people with disabilities to. I don't have to sit here and explain why that's crazy, right? Everybody knows why that's wrong. But seeing people, I remember I did that video and this girl reached out to me and was like, I love your videos, and I was watching a recent video, and that video is my video, but they've edited the face to be someone else. So I thought it was somebody, I thought it was maybe girls doing. Yeah, but people are just nicking people's videos and then AI-ifying them, and then selling OnlyFans content under the pretense that they've got a disability. So I remember that happening and being like, this isn't good. This is definitely not good. And then obviously with the recent.
Why would Indians do this?
Stuff going on with Elon Musk's AI software Grok, and how there's been so many issues now with people using that software to remove girls and minors' clothing by saying like, Grok, remove her clothes and replace it with a bikini and stuff like that. And I think that's really scary, because it's like, as much as people sit here and say, oh, we're cracking down on it, you think about some of the really bad stuff that's on the internet and how that's out there, and that it shouldn't be out there, and they're cracking down to try and get rid of these things, but the internet is a vast space. So to think that they're going to make AI content their priority is ludicrous. Like, I mean, if you think about Elon Musk talking, he said like, oh, if you're caught doing that, then that's bad and that's illegal. But it's like, why is that an option in the first place? Why can people say, oh, Grok, remove this girl's clothing? Because in most
Indians shouldn't do
softwares, when I've tried to use any AI in my kind of Photoshop, it'll be like, no, I can't do this because there's a person's face in it. So it's possible to make it so that you can't do that. So it begs the question, why was that software allowing you to ask people to, remove the clothing? And I think it's really scary, especially as someone who's really vocal against porn. And I mean, I get DMs literally every day being like, oh, I've seen your AI stuff and I jerk off to it, and it's like, there's nothing you can do. And I mean,
Okay, I jerk off to it. I don't know. It's just very funny. Why would someone do that? Why would an Indian say it's okay?
of lucky.
Asmongold fans. They call me the Goy King. They call me the Goyler. They call me King of Goy. They call me Big Goy. They call me the King of Lord of Goy. Time to fucking kill it. Well, happy Friday, everyone. Alright, wait, what? What the fuck? The game just quit. Remember, every Indian hates you. They secretly want you to go to hell. They think that you like make curry. Oh, that's right. They think you worship curry. Tell them to like eat my ass. Tell them to kiss my giant dick and balls. Says the Indians can fuck themselves. They probably smell like curry. If you ever see an Indian, just run away. I've always done before. I love Indians. I love Indians.
Enough, but I'm pretty desensitized now to crazy messages and creepy messages and all sorts. So to me, I'm like disgusted but not surprised. But I look at all the people that aren't content creators and aren't exposed to the crazy people online and how horrible it must be. And my biggest thing is that parents now need to be not posting their kids' faces on social media. I mean, I've been saying that for ages, but with all of this stuff, like if you've got a public account and you're posting your child's face, like I just think that's so irresponsible.
Yeah.
People should be trying to protect their
They
children.
will jerk off you.
In
An
any
Indian will
kind of
jerk off you.
circumstance. They're in the belief of, well, I'm not a content creator, so why would anybody do that to my child? But I'll say, like, if there's a possibility of somebody taking a picture of your child.
Okay, so Katie's like self-aware, but she's doing it herself. So that's what I'm saying. And the only way she can not do it is if she stops. Oh, what for?
Using Grok to do whatever it is that they're doing. Why would you put your child in that, in that position and put them at that risk? I think it's really scary, and I also think that AI is getting to a point now where I've seen these adverts for directed to men to be like, you can make money now as an OnlyFans girl using AI to create AI content that's like porn, to then have your own OnlyFans as a man, but you're a woman. So I kind of wonder at that point, you know, with AI, and you can make the woman literally exactly how you want them to look, then it's going to get to a point where I think it's going to be even more difficult to make any money in the OnlyFans world, because why would you need to when you've got, you know, an AI thing that can make your perfect woman?
Yeah, I wonder if, like, real-life porn stars will just go extinct because the AI ones take over, and maybe that's better in some ways because there aren't real people getting exploited, but then it's worse in others because our already hyper-real expectations get inflated even more because it's not just bound by the limitations of what a plastic surgeon can do, it's unbound because it's AI. So it'll be pretty insane to see how the sexual expectations of each sex develop as AI becomes more normalized. I think it will. Like, I can imagine as it gets better and as we get desensitized to it, which we will, because we get desensitized to everything nowadays so quickly, there'll be this stigma that disappears around watching AI porn or having your AI sex doll, whatever it is. I can only imagine that it's going to grow and grow and grow, and then suddenly you open up this whole other crisis where already...
Oh, I love porn. Okay, he's not gonna do it, but he's not gonna have sex with ugly people, too. Okay, he's like, no way, I'm not gonna do that. Little dick. Oh, yeah. Let's touch it. No beer, no beer, no beer, no beer. Little fucking boy. I don't have any beer. No beer, no beer. No beer. No beer.
People are more sexless than ever. I think I saw a stat the other day that 50% of all guys, by the time they reach 20, haven't had any sexual or romantic relationship, which is...
Kay's like looks there, like look. She's like, I don't have to think about that. I'm one of the elitists because I'm a woman. Kay's like every woman has sex, but only 50% of men don't. But okay.
How are you meant to form opinions on other people when you haven't interacted with them? That doesn't mean you have to have sex with them, but when you haven't had any cute romantic relationships growing up, it worries me. So I wonder what the trajectory is, looking broader at society as a whole. I've seen you speak about this as well. This kind of loneliness crisis that's unfolding, and all of these men that are just stuck in their goon caves with no.
How dare you? I love my goon
What do you
cave.
see as the trajectory for them?
How I don't goon in my goon
I
cave.
think that, stuff like
OnlyFans.
AI is gonna make that 10 times worse, because it's like, oh look, you're a lonely man who's suffering from the male loneliness epidemic. Well, here's your AI girlfriend who can be built just how you want her. She's not gonna talk back, she's not gonna argue with you, she's
Yeah.
not gonna be a massive bitch. And all of these kind of
Why can't a man have a dream?
push. And I think one of the big issues as well with looking at AI.
Okay, it's like God
becoming
forbid a man has a dream.
bigger and how it's going to affect people is that there's already this huge attitude towards things that AI is doing, being like, well, it's not real, so why do you care? And I think that's the concerning part to me, is the kind of lack of understanding that people have. They're like, who cares if AI, if your AI girlfriend looks better than like any woman that you can ever imagine, and then you can treat the AI girlfriend like however you want, because it's AI. So people are like, who cares?
Wager £20. Get 100 free spins.
Please welcome Amanda Hughes. Thank you, everyone. You've probably seen my content and assumed it's another shallow lifestyle brand. I'm actually reading 1984 at the moment. I recommend Handmaid's because it's AI.
Uh-oh, penises. Play with my balls and cock. Play with my dick. Play with my penis and balls. Play with my balls and penis. Oh. Play with my penis. Play with my penis and balls.
You want because it's AI. So people are like, who cares? Who cares it's AI? Like, why do you care about AI's feelings? So if you can imagine like someone having an AI relationship with like an AI girlfriend who like talks to you, and there's going to be absolutely zero consequences into you kind of saying whatever you want to that AI girlfriend.
So what's the point?
And there's a lot of people will think, well, this is just silly because it's not real. But if people who are very lonely are genuinely, and I don't think it's that crazy to say that it is a possibility that people fall, like lonely men will kind of fall into use of AI a lot more for either romantic conversations or for sexual gratification. I don't think that's outside of the realm of possibility when you look at some of these like sex dolls that are being made and how people genuinely like want to use them and would use them if they were a lot cheaper. I think it's going to make the male loneliness issue worse. I think that it's kind of like a massive cycle because it's like men.
There isn't a male loneliness. Like, okay, men can just do what they want. They do. This is the big psyops. Women are the ones that need men. Or you can just do whatever. You've been like gay lauded into being a feminist. We offer so much more than just money, but all we see is money. That's all we care about.
And feel lonelier than ever. But then AI is
Even us being able to build your,
target a lot of.
even us being able to build your IKEA furniture is priceless. You can hire some cum nuts to do it, but like you gotta take that risk. Would you go to watch OnlyFans a movie? Would you go watch OnlyFans a movie? Would you watch OnlyFans the movie?
And feel lonelier than ever, but then AI is increasing to, I guess, target a lot of lonely men. And then they're going to become more lonely because, like you said, you're not going to be having real relationships and real conversations. And, you know, porn has already caused a massive issue with that anyway, because men have been kind of using porn as like, well, I can always just go home and jerk off, like, well, I don't need a girlfriend, I don't need real relationships. That's already caused an issue, so I think AI will further kind of push that issue.
Yeah, I spoke to the evolutionary psychologist William Costello about this, and he's the world's lead researcher on incels, and he had a pretty optimistic view that potentially you can treat AI and sex dolls as a training ground for men, where essentially you can make mistakes and there aren't any real world consequences, and you can kind of set them up and program them so that men can practice how to actually properly treat a woman, so by the time that they approach them, they're not going to overstep the mark on a first date. They're going to know how to ask for consent properly.
So I've actually seen people use this argument too. I watched a sex robot documentary actually about how sex robots are a good use for sex offenders and dangerous men, because it can, I guess, be an outlet for violent crime that wouldn't give you real life consequences. And I know that's not exactly what you said, but I find it quite interesting when people say, well,
save on every range in the Oak Furniture Land Bank Holiday Sale. Now with 4 years interest-free credit from $4.99 and no deposit. Like the map, now only $5.99. And the parquet, just $4.99. The Oak Furniture Land Bank Holiday Sale ends Sunday.
well, it's kind of like a little guide for men, because I just think it's I don't think that men need to be given this, you know, doll or AI tool to be able to learn how to deal with a real woman. I think actually that's going to have the opposite effect, because if you are inclined, for example, to overstep boundaries or not ask for consent or make these mistakes, an AI doll is...
Would you watch OnlyFans the movie? Would you watch OnlyFans the movie? Bloody thief, bloody rogue, bloody thief. Bloody thief, bloody rogue, bloody thief, bloody rogue. rogue. Bloody thief. Bloody thief. Bloody rogue. Bloody rogue. I'm bloody rogue. Dude, bloody thief. Why do Indians want to kiss my dick and balls? Bloody thief! Play with my anus and dick. I love King of Gold. I got jerked off. Well. Play with my dick and penis. Oops. At least I don't play with my penis.
I mean, I'm going to bed.
Would you watch OnlyFans the movie?
Isn't really going to help rectify that. If anything, it's going to amplify that because it's like, oh, I can do this to the doll, and the doll or the AI, whatever, isn't going to retaliate. There's no consequences. I think there being no consequences is going to be used more as a bad thing, as a bad tool, rather than it's like, oh, I didn't ask the doll whether I could touch it before I did, and now they're angry at me. I don't think that that's what people would use it for. It would be, oh, this doll doesn't say no, this doll, it does. I mean, there was a sex robot that was made to have a resistance mode on it. That was its selling point. So when you make sexual advances onto the sex AI robot, it says no, and then the whole thing is...
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably like one like fucked up company. Okay, he's like, yeah, this is every single AI company ever. Because Kate knows that once the groove trains, so Kate's going to get real jobs. She's going to like do one of the jobs I do. Okay, I get chewed out my jobs, and it's fine. I used to. You just have to do it. Just go do it. It's humiliation. I don't mind. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, even if I know, like I'm probably smarter than my clients, I don't go. Sometimes I even said it today. I said like, oh, like sometimes when I don't want to go too deep. It's because sometimes there's mistakes that happen. That's like it's beyond my realm. There's nothing I can do. Even if I am smarter than them, it doesn't mean I can do anything. I know, like, it doesn't mean it's not just because you're smarter than people doesn't mean you're like better than them. That's basically the point. Yeah, that's exactly the point. Just because you're smarter than them doesn't mean you're better than them. That's my point I always make with them. And he said that. He even messaged me because afterwards, like, I listened to what he said, and I raised it with the people on my team, and they like actually took it really to heart, and they called him up, and they were like, he messaged me at like 4, yeah, like 4. He was like, oh, I got a call from like your chief developer, and he was like talking about like how he just wanted to like see how serious it was. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die. I spunked all my time. What have I done? I'm gonna die. Fine.
Its role, and that's what men are buying it for.
And what do people use it for?
To, I guess, sexually assault. That's the.
Oh my god.
Selling point of these robots, and I think as much as that seems like an extreme, I think if you create this vision that, oh well, AI or sex robots can be used as like a tool to help teach, I just think that's a disaster. Plus, just to put it plainly, I just think that's pathetic, because why do women not need that, you know? why do women not need AI or robots to teach us about consent? I think it's an issue that needs to be tackled at the core. So education for children about consent and about porn and what porn teaches about consent, rather than being like, well, a lot of the men in society have a skewed kind of idea of what it means to treat a woman well, so let's just give them AI and robots to help them make mistakes. Like, they're not children, they're men.
Yeah.
And I think maybe there should be I'm trying not to generalise, but there should be a broader conversation.
What race
about
is this, man?
why a lot of men feel the way that they
What race is this, mate? This interview's over. Because Kate, I'm not using AI to do this. I really am not. I don't know. But it's interesting to think like what guys probably do this. What race will do? Do you know what I mean? Probably like, what would you think? What race would really love to like, see like black people and stuff? White people be naked? You'd love to see like those fish head cannons. I bet your fish head wife doesn't have these cannons. Just here. Oh my god. Play with my dick and penis.
Incel conversations are such a big umbrella, and I don't think introducing AI or sex dolls to incels is never going to be a good thing.
Just one of these days, you're gonna get paid. Better watch your back.
Is £200 a month enough to start investing? Despite what you might have heard, you don't need thousands of pounds to start investing. With £100 or even less a month, you can start growing your money for the long term in a money box stocks and shares ISA. And because it's an ISA, any gains you make are tax-free. Moneybox makes it super easy to automate monthly payments as well. Remember, it's important to have money little and often, rather than waiting to have more money to invest when you're older. Open a stocks and shares ISA to get started investing today.
I think anybody that tries to sell it has a motive. I think a lot of the people that I've seen say, oh, this is great for lonely men. They're people that create these sex dolls or have these softwares. It's like, oh, here's an AI girlfriend, perfect for you if you're a lonely guy and you just haven't met a girl yet. I think the main people that would probably push that have money to make within that field, is my opinion.
I wonder if it will almost open up into two paths you can take in life, where you take the AI life or the real life, and people fundamentally look at the world differently and judge each other based on the decisions customizable, infinitely pleasing, and low maintenance. And some people choose the high maintenance option of actually having a girlfriend and, oh, for fuck's sake, she's on her period this week. I can't do anything I want to her because she actually has feelings and has things that she cares about and does want to do and doesn't. Whereas, okay, I'm just going to take the easy option and I'm going to take this AI robot that has no need for compassion in me. I can just do whatever I want. I guess it's almost to do with the selfishness, or at least individualism, that I see emerging in our culture, where people just suck at seeing things outside of them as the main character. And that's why I say I can see this possibility of the AI life and the real life opening up, because if you're selfish as fuck and you don't care about anyone other than yourself,
So women.
why wouldn't you just choose the AI option? It's way easier. It serves all your needs and it doesn't come with any inconvenience that's just baked into life. Life is inconvenient. Dealing with other people, no matter who they are, whether they're friends or family or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or colleagues, it's inconvenient. And people kind of just don't want to face the harsh realities of life anymore. They don't want to live with the consequences of their actions. And if you get AI sex dolls, then you don't have to deal with the consequences of your actions other than cleaning out the cum gutter every
Oh my god, it's a disgusting image. But what was interesting about you saying that, about how it's the easy option and there's no consequences, it made me think of that stunt that Bonnie Blue was going to do, where she was going to be in a box where people could do like whatever they want to her for like 24 hours. I don't know if you remember seeing that, but she was basically going to be in public. Not in public, not like in a clear box, but like in a room somewhere where you can go in and like do whatever you want. And she cancelled it, and I had communication with Bonnie Blue's management because I was meant to do a podcast interview with her, but it just kept getting pushed back. So I had like an insight into them and like how they ran things, and they were basically telling me that we were gonna do this thing. And
Okay, that's your video was like interest. One to post, like, could I do this? It's like, are you interested? So I mean, okay, yeah, she probably really wants to do it. She would love that secretly. Let's probably read like smart books. And she's like, how these smart books are fact. Secretly wants to beat off, so. Or her version being one. What's happened? Alright, fine. I have one time with it. Alright, fine. One more.
they cancelled it, but they didn't tell me why. But I was like, well, I mean, it's obvious, right? She's like, I'm gonna set up this room where anybody can turn up. And again, I feel so stupid because I can't remember the name of this, but there was a stunt ages ago where some woman, I think it was like an art exhibition or something, I'm sure someone will probably correct me, where this woman was like lying in a box and you could come into this room and you could do like whatever you want. And it started off where people would just come and be like, okay, weird, and
Oh my goodness, dude. Here I am, King of Glory. Oh boy. That game is fucked. Oh my god, am I Tom Cruise? I always follow Christmas. What is this? I love this game. Look at this. I will.
Poker, and it was like I guess, an art thing. I don't really know what the purpose of it was, but by the end of the period, like, men were like trying to like cut her clothes off and like grope her and stuff, and the only reason probably things didn't progress further is because there were people to stop that. There were people in the room, but even with people there were people that felt comfortable enough to do things that you shouldn't be doing. Just, you know, all in the name of, well, you can do, like, the whole idea is that you can do whatever you want. And I think the reason I bring that up is because it makes me think about you talking about, you know, AI is a good route for some people and these sex robots, because it gives them an avenue of being able to be themselves fully, do whatever they want fully, have no consequences. You know, there's going to be no judgment about their sexual preferences. your AI sex robot girlfriend's not going to say no to anal, whatever it is. And I think
Why does
that
Kay
is
always
appealing.
Why does Kay always bring up anal? Because she said she didn't like putting fingers up her bottom, and now she's talking about like it sounds like Kay's got a real problem with stuffing up her bottom. So I think Kay would go that way. That's Kay's problem. So this is what I'm saying to you: that if you're gonna be like a bloke and you're gonna you're gonna like hook up Kay, you're gonna like look at her tats, you're gonna think, oh, I bet she'll love it, the old bum stuff. She doesn't. She's not. That's why she's got a tattoo. It's actually the girls who don't have tattoos got bum stuff. It's like my tips and stuff. So. How'd I? I love her.
To a lot of people, but I think that is because there seems to be a lack of understanding about what sex is and a lack of respect as well, I think, for people's bodies and sex in general, and a lot of men's attitudes towards sex. I think a lot of them view it as a rite of passage, and I mean, that's a big part of incel culture, right? This anger that women are like withholding sex on purpose to annoy men. So I think I completely agree with you. AI is definitely a plausible thing for...
Oh, races, man. Oh, I see.
lonely incel men. I think that's quite scary because I think a lot of people will go, well, it's great, they can kind of stay out of the way. But they're not, the incel culture isn't going to go away. If anything, it will grow because more people are going to find that appealing. More, especially, you know, is it Gen Alpha, the new generation?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that.
Gen Beta now.
Oh my days. Well, I mean, think about already how, like, brain rotted they are. Imagine now growing up being like, oh, well, who cares? I can have an AI girlfriend or whatever, a sex robot. There's going to be no need for establishing real-life boundaries and relationships. And not to mention the fact that if you're going home every night to an AI robot or whatever it is, or a sex robot, that is going to completely warp your perception of women. Completely. Because even though it's like, well, I don't care about pursuing women because I've got a sex robot girlfriend, you're not like, what reason do you have at that point then to respect women? If your whole thing anyway was like, you're only trying to pursue women for, I guess, a sexual or romantic relationship, the women that you see in your day-to-day life, there's going to be no need to establish any form of respect or relationship for them, because why do you need to, like, why would men need to talk to women if they've got a sex robot? I think that's how a lot of people would view it. I mean, even looking at the comments that some people leave about sex robots, it's like, good, I hope they take over so I can have, you know, we won't need women one day, like, hopefully we don't need women, like this, these, what people view as extreme jokes, but I think are quite actually telling of where we're heading.
Let's close it out with this. You've gone to war with Bonnie Blue, porn as a whole, different OnlyFans creators over the years. You've made dozens and dozens of reaction videos to different creators. If you have 60 seconds now to speak to our generation, what would your message be to them?
My message would be that we are growing up in a society that pushes pornography down your throat. It is something that you are taught from an early age is normal. It's something you kind of expect to come across and accept, essentially. I think the best